This is 1680 The Crow, and you're listening to our feature presentation.
My name is Avi Boulay, and you're listening to For the Record. Spring semester registration is open for universities, and some schools in the Lower Mainland are struggling to meet the demands for their students.
I can't even enroll for a couple more days, but looking at how things are filling up, I think I'm only going to be able to get into 2 courses. This current semester, I was only able to get into 3. How do people even finish their degree in 4 years at SFU? Is it even possible?
At the end of the day, you weren't even choosing the things you want. Legit picking whatever the hell is left. Like, are we beggars? We pay for that BS. Like, I learned more practical stuff during Gap Sem than I do in SFU. Feeling stuck for real.
Those were student testimonials read by my peers on the online forum Reddit about the registration issue at Simon Fraser University in Burnaby. According to a survey conducted by SFU in 2024, 38% of surveyed students felt they needed to wait longer than expected to begin their degree, waiting 1 or 2 terms before even registering. 50% of those agreed that they blamed registration wait times. That's 858 students who publicly declared an issue in course registration. I spoke to a current SFU student, Michaela Ismail. She's a declared psychology major struggling with a delayed graduation, and she blames the lack of course availability.
All right.
Here is our conversation.
My first question for you is, can you start by introducing yourself? What program are you in, and kind of things like that?
My name is Michaela Ismail. I go to Simon Fraser University, and I am in psychology. I'm working towards my Bachelor's of Arts. I just declared my psych major beginning of this semester in September. I'm supposed to be graduated, but I think I am technically in like my 3rd year right now.
Okay, and registration for next semester just finished. What were the signs that things weren't going right when you were registering for the next upcoming semester?
So registration is, I believe it's from like November 1st to November 23rd, and they give each student a time in between. So mine was November 18th, and I'm gonna start. That's super late into this registration time. A lot of the classes are going to be filled up. And once you have declared your major, you do have saved spots for each class, but they were full. So I couldn't get into whatever I wanted to get in because of how late I was I don't know, like how late I was supposed to pick my classes. So that was kind of like, I knew going into it that it wouldn't really go my way.
Right. So walk me through that day on November 18th. Like, what courses were you trying to get into, and what happened when you went to register for these courses you needed for your degree?
Yeah, so right now, all the credits that I have left are basically for my major or for my minor, and they work out kind of like perfectly. There's no really like wiggle room for taking a random class for the credits. I kind of have what I need to take, and that's what I need to take. So all of the upper level courses, I need to have a prerequisite of this one class, and I can't get into this one class. The wait list is full. All the seats reserved for psych majors were full. So without this prerequisite, I can't do any other of my upper level courses, unfortunately. Or if I am able to get into a class, it has like conflict with another class. They're all at the same time. So right now I'm in one for my minor, but every other class that I wouldn't be able to get into and take are in conflict with this class.
Right. And were you able to look at the numbers for the classes ahead of time before November 18th? Like, were they full immediately, or did something else prevent these classes from getting full other than just the time conflict?
It was mostly the time conflict. I looked at it like every day until I was able to register, and they slowly like started to fill up. But today was like open enrollment, and that was full immediately. The website kind of crashed, and because everyone was trying to get in. So it was, I guess, just like a time thing for everyone, not just me.
And how common is this, like from your peers that are in the same program as you, to get waitlisted or locked out of these required classes?
Pretty like often. Waitlisting happens at least once a semester to someone. There's a good chance that you're going to get in. My last semester in the summer, I got into one of my waitlisted classes, but I thought that reserved spots kind of like let you get in no matter what, but I was wrong about that. So I'm not really sure how it works with other people. I know psychology is pretty high demand at FU. It's a pretty big department, so there's a lot of students. Yeah, I know it's pretty difficult.
Yeah. So how has this affected your path to graduation? So obviously you said it was pushed back your timeline. How do you blame this kind of for it pushing it back?
Yeah, at times I do. There has been semesters where I took off or I took a minimal amount of courses, so that also did push my timeline back. But right now I am unable to get into the courses, so yeah, I am kind of frustrated because you hear about, oh, once you declare your major, you'll be fine. Spots are saved for you, whatever, you'll be able to get in. But that's not the case right now, unfortunately. And I'm unable to meet with advisors until like the soonest that I'll be able to meet is on Wednesday, the 24th, since the 18th. So about a week. I'm not able to meet with an advisor or someone to talk through and talk about it with. And like, I'm registered in about 3 classes right now, but I have no idea if 2 of them are even needed. So unfortunately, it's kind of like a waiting game until I speak with someone, hopefully, and that's a walk-in, so I'm not even guaranteed a spot to talk with anyone.
Do you feel that you're kind of left on your own devices to figure it out since you have to book in this walk-in meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so. I know everyone's there to help, and I know there's like a lot of advisors trying to talk with a lot of people, but I've also like emailed trying to figure it out. Haven't responded because I guess it's just super like high demand as well.
Right.
But it's a little bit stressful.
I believe it. What does it feel like knowing that your graduation date kind of depends on the availability of courses instead of your own effort and your own completion of these courses that you require?
It's really frustrating because I'm here and I'm like paying money and I'm trying to get my schooling finished with, and school's not cheap at all. So it's like even if I wanted to take one course, there's a set price that I have to pay. So even if the course isn't worth that, I'm still paying this certain amount of money, which is frustrating. And I just want to get in as much as I can and make the most out of it.
Yeah. Does it feel like the university and maybe the advisors understand these impacts that has on students, or do you feel that there's a disconnect between the university and you?
I feel like they definitely do because they were once where we are now. Obviously, like times have changed, but they're also just doing their job, and it's kind of like out of their hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're trying to do whatever they can to make it better, but I don't know. It's a little bit it's difficult to say because I know they want the best for the students.
Mm-hmm.
And they want all the students to succeed, but they also only have a certain amount of spots. It's just kind of a lose-lose situation.
Right. And in your kind of understanding of how registration works, do you think that it's a class capacity issue, or there's not enough programs or enough professors to teach the classes? Do you have an idea of what you think causes these issues?
Probably like a mixture of all. Like, I know some classes are online and they have 600 spots available, but then there's some courses where I'm in and there's only 78 spots available, or up to 250. It all depends. I really think that we could benefit from more online classes that have 600 spots available. They have TAs to help mark. They have the resources that people would love to use their credit for and get paid for to help. So I think it's like a mixture. I think there's a lot of students, and like I said before, psychology is pretty popular.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot of people trying to get into it, right?
yeah.
So my last question for you, just to kind of wrap it up, is if you could give advice to an upcoming student taking psychology at SFU and knowing the system that they have for this, what would be your advice that you would give them?
I would suggest like doing the most that you can each semester, but taking your time with it as well. It's okay if you don't get in a full 5-course semester. It's okay if you don't finish in 4 years. The school will still be there. What matters is that like you're still enjoying life, and like school isn't your whole life. And this stressful period of trying to pick your classes, it goes away. You get into what you get in, and like there's nothing that you can do about it. That's what I'm trying to tell myself now, that there's nothing that I can do about this. And I have to just keep trying, and eventually I will get into the classes. Eventually it will happen. It may take longer, which is really frustrating, but also just trying to stay present in it. Don't rush through it. This is like a time of life that, you know, you'll never get back. So
Yeah,
I guess
perfect.
there's like a whole bunch of things there.
That's perfect. Thank you, Michaela.
My name is Avia Boulay, and that was For the Record with BCIT's The Crow.